What's up guys? Today I've got something special to share with you. If you're in my Discord, you might have noticed some wacky looking emotes. I made these a while back using textures from the game RoboCo when it was first being tested. The faces that you see in the game are very expressive, and I thought that they could make some great emotes, so I made some. I called this one Question Tongue. I don't think that you would actually see this face in the game. It's a little bit unusual. But the combination of these textures makes for a funny looking emote. And there's probably a situation where you would want to react with this exact expression, like questioning, sticking out your tongue, almost like you don't want to respond but you do at the same time. I also made a few others like this one that I called Stern Disappointment. Pretty angry but not raging mad, so more like extremely disappointed. Or this one with a very nihilistic expression that I called Futile Acceptance. Kind of like they just gave up on life and accepted their reality. And also some more regular looking ones like this one that was just called Hermph. Or this one that I called Sus, because it's a very suspicious looking expression like, what are they thinking? What are they gonna do? So they made for some very fun ways of reacting to messages in my Discord. But there's many more emotes that could be created from these game textures, and more faces than you might see in the actual RoboCo gameplay. I thought it would be fun to create a way for anyone to make emotes like this, using any combination of the textures available. So I put together a tool that lets you do just that. This is the RoboCo Emotes Generator, available on my website. This allows you to pick and choose which expressions are used. Very similar to the game RoboCo, it can swap out the eye and mouth textures to create a new expression. Then it lets you save the image so that you can use it as an emote in Discord or maybe your profile picture or anywhere else that you want, really. I'm pretty sure this is self-explanatory and you'll know how to use it right away, but let's go through all of the features anyway. So when you visit this tool, it'll start you off with the question tongue expression. On the left, you can select which texture to use for the eyes or mouth, and there are quite a number of options available. After selecting an option for the eyes, you will see the texture on screen. Same goes for the mouth. As soon as you choose an option, the image will update immediately. There's also a color option so that you can customize the color of the emote. Any color that you could possibly want. This means that you can customize the skin color for the same options that you get with normal emotes, as well as creating an angry emote, or maybe a scared emote, or maybe your emote is sick and it looks a little green. Heck, you could even choose orange if you wanted to make fun of a US president. Now, depending on which options you've selected, or how you want your emote to look, you may need to adjust the exact position of the texture so it looks just right. And that's what you see on the right side. So to adjust things, first you gotta make sure that you're adjusting the right part of the image, either the eyes or the mouth. And you can adjust the position or the size of that texture by clicking the buttons on the right. After you have everything exactly how you want it, type in the file name that you want, and then click the download button to save your image. You could also save the image simply by right-clicking the image and choosing Save Image As if you prefer. Underneath, you'll see that there are even more buttons available. The first row is a bunch of reset buttons that will quickly fix any issues with the emote, or just reset entirely so that you can start over. But the second row, I think, is where the fun really starts, and has a bunch of randomizing buttons. Exactly as it says, these buttons will randomize the options to create a randomly generated RoboCo-styled emote. This is a great way to discover an emote you might not have even considered to be possible. And I gotta give a huge shout out to the RoboCo team for even creating these facial expressions in the first place. They created them for their game, and it makes the humans in the game very lovable and super cute. Each texture is very expressive, and it's amazing how it can be used with any other texture. Sometimes you might think one of the options for the eyes is only meant for one emotion. But then you try it with another mouth option and suddenly the emotion in the eyes change as well? How is that possible? So the design of these textures is really versatile and an amazing job done by the RoboCo team. It's really fantastic, and that's why I made the emotes in the first place. I just had to make a tool like this to see what other combinations were even possible. So check out the RoboCo Emotes Generator and go wild creating your very own wacky emotes, or profile picture, or however you use them. And join RoboCo's official Discord. Links are in the description. I'm sure that they would love to see what sorts of faces you've created. And yeah, that's it. I put together this tool out of boredom one night, but really it turned out to be much more fun than I originally anticipated. Of course, I would love to hear what you guys think down in the comments below. Don't forget to show the RoboCo team some love for even creating these textures in the first place, and their amazing game that's coming soon. Oh, and one other thing. If you've watched some of my older RoboCo videos, like this one in particular, I bet you didn't notice an Easter egg that I've hidden in that video. I never got any comments about it, so I think that nobody even noticed. I mean, who could blame you when you're busy looking at humans being swung around by their faces? But it's definitely visible in that video, and if you've got a keen eye for the smaller details, you might just find it. So that's a little something extra that I wanted to point out. I still didn't really give any clues as to what you're even looking for, so I think it'd be pretty amazing if somebody manages to find it, so good luck. Anyway, hope you guys enjoy the RoboCo emotes generator thing. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.